Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Vampire the Masquerade. In tonight's episode, we find a car pulling up on a cobbled street outside of a boarded up shop with no lights on inside. Perhaps strange and yet not strange, for this was the shop of one Kaylee Fletcher, briefly, apparently, abandoned in favour of a certain other vampire's house. Whereas now we meet a certain Miss Rain, freshly booted out of the car after finally letting go of certain Amelia, where she'd organised to meet Kaylee once more, for reasons unknown. Said Miss Fletcher is happily walking down the street towards Rain as she stands in front of the peculiarly, illusionarily abandoned shop. And she smiles and waves in greeting, hopping ever closer on her way towards the woman.
And Rain would be standing there in her usual jeans and a torn-up band t-shirt of some sort and her boots. She'll just kind of wave over to Kaylee and just be like, "Hey, what's up, sweetie?"
Good evening, Miss Rain. So delightful to see you again. I do trust that everything has been worked out.
As much as it can be at the moment. I guess you can say that.
Ah, perfect. Now, I do believe I've had contact from Mr. Lucas. I would congratulate you on a job well done.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
It is very fortuitous that he was not eaten by Sabat, is it not?
That is actually a very good thing. I'm very glad that he was not digested.
She smiles, and as a catch-up for Lucas, Rain and Kaylee are currently stood outside the shop, which appears to be boarded up with the lights off. She did give you a response to your text message earlier, suggesting that she would very much like to meet you at this specific time.
And from down the street a ways, you'll see a car, a green 1971 Chevy Camaro, just driving on by, and it'll park, and out comes a very familiar face of Lucas. He's got his usual attire on, and he's carrying his bag as usual.
And Rain will hear the door and she'll look back and she won't even ask this time. She'll just run up to him and give him a hug.
He'll kind of hug her back.
Kaylee clasps her hands together and goes, "Aww."
So, how have you guys been?
Well, I've been chased out of my home by something.
Lucas will arch a brow at that.
All will become apparent in time, Mr. Lucas.
Oh, alright then.
Have there been any new developments, Keeley, since I last saw you?
I am unsure. I have yet to set foot in my shop. Perhaps we shall venture forth together.
Oh, goodness. Yay for adventure. And she almost looks a little bit nervous.
And Lucas is going to quickly ask, okay, can someone explain to me at least a little bit what happened?
Miss Rain, would you care to illuminate your friend?
It's more of a, it's hard to explain. It feels off. I know that sounds really weird, but it just something doesn't feel right at all. Like at all.
Hmm, just a feeling. Hmm, but you never know. And Lucas is quickly going to go to his trunk and pull out a much larger bag and just say, just in case.
And
He'll
Raina
close
look at
his
him
trunk.
curiously. What the hell is in there?
Sharp objects. Let's put it that.
Hmm, fair enough.
Kaylee smiles and motions towards the door. Please let us go on an adventure then. She walks up to it and unlocks it, pushing open the door very, very slowly. And from inside, a light, basically a normal light, flows out as though she'd left the lights on, casting a pale orange glow onto the cobbled roadway. A light that doesn't seem to be coming through the boarded up windows. Mr. Lucas, you are, after all, the man with the weapons. Perhaps you should take the first foray into this wilderness.
All right. Not a problem. And he'll quickly looking around to see that it's just the three of them. He'll quickly pull out the weapons from his bag and strap on his shoulder, and he'll walk right in.
Inside the shop, it's a very different atmosphere to out on the street. It feels very, very closed in. There's some humidity in the air, and it's almost electric, as though there's a storm about to breach at any moment. There's the unerring sense that you're definitely being watched by something from within the room. And as you step further into the room towards the counter, the sensation that you're being warned away just gets worse and worse.
This whole time that he's doing this, he will have one hand on the weapons on his back, just ready for anything. And I'm gonna activate Auspex 2. Actually, Auspex 2.
Okay.
And while that's happening, Raina look to Lucas and be like, "See, told ya."
Can I believe that is perception empathy?
Yep.
All the dice. Difficulty?
8, I think. Or maybe 7.
Oh, well, at
Either
least
way,
have 4
doesn't matter.
successes. That doesn't matter. Yeah, I see everything. I think.
Lucas, inside the room, there's just a swirling mass of a whitish grey mist. Glancing back at the door, you can see that your aura perception skills are perfectly fine as Kaylee appears in this glimmering. Finding it on the list. Not that window. It is. There's a glimmering yellow with reddish purple stripes just sweeping through it.
Glitter.
Around it, there is a general look of. There's a general look of a deep blue slowly changing to a cornflower yellow. It's definitely not your aspects misfiring.
Okay, so just going over it, you said glittering, yellow, dark blue, and corn yellow?
The general look of Kaylee's aura is it sparkles around the edges.
Okay.
that same part is yellow with red and purple stripes slowly flowing through it. And the parts closer around her is a deep Prussian blue that slowly changes in and out from an almost cornflower yellow.
Okay. Got it. All right.
It's almost like the sharp colours are moving in a jigsaw-ish pattern.
And that was from Kaylee.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really get many colours from the big swirling mist that's around you. It doesn't seem like there's any one strong emotion, or even they don't even seem to be able to be distinguished from any one shape. It could all just be one huge aura, though.
Hmm. And it's what kind of aura was that in front of me?
All around you, there's just
all
a
around me. Sorry.
big greyish blob of mist. However, there is one point that particularly takes your eye, and that is a small box placed upon the counter that's just glowing very fiercely with a black aura. You might also notice that it's considerably odd for an object to have an aura.
Okay. Where's black on this? God damn it. I'm pretty sure it means hatred, but there it is. Hateful. Okay. Lucas is going to turn to Kaylee and say, "What's with the box?"
Ah, that box. And she steps in slowly, shivering slightly as the atmosphere hits her, before slowly moving over towards the counter. This is what I've been trying to call you about, Mr. Lucas. Now, I've explained it to Miss Rain, but I feel as though you need an explanation as well. You see,
Hell nah.
I am from the Dreamlands, for lack of a better word, anyway. It is a place of mysticism and magic and all those things you read about in books and all that sort of thing. Now, when I am in this world, I can perhaps sometimes see into the dreamlands around me, see the spirits in everything. It is how I know where Fizzy is all the time, even though sometimes he has dissipated himself into the dreamlands, and how I can see great monsters and small... I'm getting off topic. Anyway, this... I'm sure you've heard of artifacts. Have you heard of Excalibur, Mr. Lucas?
He will nod.
There are items in the world like Excalibur, like the Holy Grail, where sometimes this mystical energy that surrounds everything that is where I'm from and makes it what it is, it becomes so strong, its aura is so powerful that it seeps across into the real world, and it creates these seemingly magical effects. The Holy Grail giving eternal youth, the Spear of Destiny supposedly able to slice through any armor, any of those things that you see on those Indiana Jones films, all that stuff. It is quite real in what it can do. And this artifact, as she points to the box, I believe is one of them. But I don't know what it does.
Now this is just going out for a stretch here, but have you ever heard? I remember something about a Pandora's box. He'll just kind of throw that out there.
Yes, I have, which is probably why I have not tried to open it. And she smirks slightly. However, I do not believe that this is Pandora's box. You see, I don't. The thing about Pandora's box is it inspires certain emotions in people, as well as all of the bad things. It also brings hope. And I have felt a lack of any positive emotions when handling this box. Please, place your hand upon it if you wish.
He'll slowly, a little hesitantly, but he'll put his hand upon the box.
The air grows colder as Lucas reaches towards the box, and as he brushes his fingers gently upon it, he feels the heat seeping out of his fingers as though it's feeding on his energy. And the longer he maintains contact with it, the more he feels this sort of dread and terror building up within himself. And he can hear voices just whispering in the background as the hair starts to stand up on the back of his neck, and he's forced quite rapidly to pull his hand away before this sensation gets any more oppressive in his mind.
And Rain will look to him, and she'll be like, I even knew not to touch that shit.
He's just gonna kind of stare at the box, still kind of very fearfully at the moment.
As you can see, I don't know what to do with this.
Hmm. That's a good question. I like the background music. It's horrifying.
Everyone
uh,
can now hear that. Kaylee doesn't so much look scared as rather inquisitive.
Rain may be clinging onto Lucas's arm at this point.
Something is clinging on to Rain's arm as well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, what's clinging to Rain's arm, might I ask?
Well, it's not Lucas
Rain,
and it's not Kaylee.
Rain is gonna look.
She can't see anything except the barest imprint of fingers and a hand grasped around her bicep.
Lucas is gonna look too, with my aura spec still on.
And Rain's standing there with her mouth open, just staring at it. Like, if she had a breath, she would literally have stopped breathing for a moment.
He sees a small aura, practically no larger than a child. It's a sickly yellow colour that slowly fades in and out from being the greyish, colourless smudge to some sort of silvery, flowing pattern.
And I can just see the aura, not like an actual. Uh,
You can just see an aura.
Rain is going to activate her. Let me pull up my character sheet real quick. She's gonna activate her auspex, even though she's still fucking terrified out of her damn mind.
well, before she does it, Lucas is probably gonna whisper to Rain's ear. It seems to be a small, sad or depressed. got a few mixed emotions at the moment.
There's a sudden flash of bright, blazing orange in this small aura,
And
and then it's
now
gone.
And Rain's gonna look down at her arm and just look to Lucas.
I think it might have heard me and became afraid and disappeared.
What are you seeing?
I'm sorry. Perception alertness is aspects.
Empathy.
Perception, empathy.
And Kaylee asked what I was seeing. Correct?
Yeah, but give us a second. I'm waiting for Rain to
Yep.
roll.
Oh, it's not showing. I have 3 successes.
Okay, you managed to catch the sight of this blazing orange aura with a hand-shaped sort of gripped around your arm before it vanishes. Roll me a perception and, in fact, no, wits and alertness.
For
I
just
know it's an
Rain?
odd roll, but bear with me.
So wits and alertness then?
Yeah,
Okay.
Is that just for Rain?
yeah, just for Rain.
Okay. I have a feeling I know what that was. But
3 successes. Well, what's the difficulty? 6?
7.
If it's 7, then 1 success.
Okay, for the barest of moments, something registers in your mind. Just as the orange starts to fade rapidly, there's one word on your mind that could possibly be related to this. Aaron. Lucas, Kelly's asking what you two are seeing.
Rain's gonna call out real quick, and she's just gonna be like, "Wait, come back!" And she's gonna like begin looking around the room, like not knowing where she would ever find this thing again, but she's looking around the room anyway.
anyways, Lucas turned to Kaylee and said, "Well, some of I don't know if you have these abilities, but with enough training, we are able to, with our eyes, see auras of different things, whether they can be seen or not from the human eye. Like, for example, right now there was something clinging to Rain. All I could really see was its aura, but and in the box it has a very, very hateful aura around it, and all around this room I can see these depressed. This one, you said one big swirling, correct, around the room?
Yeah.
Uh, gray aura, which means that they were it's depressing aura just around the room.
I see. She watches Rain slowly moving around the shop. How very curious. And what Lucas and Rain might be seeing, if Rain is paying attention to the swirling grey mass, is parts of it are flaring either bright, blazing orange and then flitting off, or they're slowly growing more darker and darker before it's almost glowing black and shifting towards the front of the door, the front of the shop.
Is it the mask that she was following, the one that's going towards the door of the shop?
No, the blazing orange aura that flickered out has just disappeared.
Lucas is gonna go ahead and he's gonna kind of walk a little towards the door, still looking at that aura and see if it changes any more. Well, as he slowly kind of moves towards the door.
Sorry, what's he trying to do? Just seeing if the aura around him changes as he moves towards the door.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem to be following any sort of pattern that Lucas can ascribe to him moving closer to the door. It's just parts of it seem to be random. Parts of this big aura seem to be flaring with either glowing black suddenly or flaring bright orange before disappearing.
Picking up a lot of scared and hateful auras. This is. I don't know what this
It's
is.
not so much the same as the aura from the box. It's not a pitch black. It's like it's glowing black.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hmm.
Brain gets a text.
She'd look at her phone.
There's something. It's from Amelia. It says there's something coming down the road. I think you should get out now.
And Rain would show Lucas the text.
Yeah, and he'll turn to Kaylee. Kaylee, we better get out of here now.
Kaylee, we need to go, dear. Like, now.
But why?
Kaylee, we need to go now.
I see. Very well. Let us go out.
Let's not go out the front. Do you have a back door?
Yes. Let me just close the door. And she moves to the front of the shop and starts closing the door.
And Rain would make sure to be next to Kaylee while she closed the door. And she would have her gun drawn just in case.
What about that? And she points at the box on the counter.
Ugh.
Do you have
Lucas,
a
we
bag?
can't leave it here.
Mm-hmm. And Lucas will take out that big old duffel bag he had before. Maybe we can put it in this for now?
Over by the counter, the two might see that the patisserie that Kaylee generally keeps next to it, whilst the food within it would normally keep for quite a long time, it seems to be very, very quickly wrinkling up or drying out or growing mold on it. It seems to be a few degrees colder than it was as well.
Lucas, I don't know what we're gonna do with this thing, man. We need to think quick, though.
Kaylee, do you have anything we could contain this in for now, temporarily, so we can move it?
She slowly glances around the shop. Possibly. Buy me a minute of time, will you?
And Rain will text Amelia how close.
Outside.
Oh, fuck. Lucas, we have company.
Alright, just stay low and calm. and quiet.
Oh, my illusion should hold.
Uh, okay. And Rain does not trust that at all.
Looking towards the windows, what was once a lookout onto a dully lit cobblestone street is now just perfectly black.
Kaylee, is that part of your illusion?
Is what part of my illusion?
The darkness? The pitch black?
Oh, no, that isn't part. She cuts herself off. It's a lot louder now. More parts of the aura are flaring out.
Fuck Lucas. And she'll just grab the box and we need to go now.
And then
Rain, he'll just open the bag, put it here now. Doesn't matter, just put it in here.
And Rain will put it in and she'll go to grab Kaylee. Kaylee, come on, let's go.
So, who's got the box again?
It's in Lucas's bag.
Okay.
It's a large enough duffel bag that was carrying my 2 long swords.
Kaylee would lead them off towards the back of the shop, and just at that moment there is an audible crunch from the front door.
Rain is gonna look back for a split moment, because that's what she would do.
The door itself bursts from its hinges after another solid crunch, and the blackness from outside just seems to slowly seep into the room. As through the darkness you can slowly start to make out a figure moving further and further into the store. It seems to be moving towards you very slowly. Its face shaded by a large hood, long flowing robes protecting almost all of its body. There's just one black void that's not covered around where its head should be. You are too late. Its long and raspy voice hisses towards you as you retreat further into the store. It has a faint, very, very faint, hazy greyish aura, almost as though it's completely washed out. Upon seeing this, Kaylee is very, very, very eager to get out, and she practically grabs both of you and shoves you out, even as Rain just looks back to glance for a moment. Once out, the two of them see something that they've not seen before. Kaylee's rather wide-eyed and looks extremely worried. Run, now.
Lucas just nods and, come on guys, go, 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 and he'll let them go ahead of them, and he'll probably hand Kaylee his bag, just in case.
Kaylee doesn't look like she's running. She's moving her hands in a slow motion as though she's conjuring some sort of energy.
Kaylee, I'm not leaving you here.
Rain, I do not have time to talk about this in a committee. Leave now.
Kaylee, are you safe?
I will be.
Lucas will grab Rain's arm. Come on, we gotta go.
And Rain will nod and she'll definitely go with Lucas. And she'll like while she's running, she's pulling out her phone, texting Amelia, "Are you okay?"
Glancing at Kaylee, her aura is very, very confused right now. It is pulsing a blazing orange, whilst similarly there's a big swirl around her that's almost Hang on, I'm finding the colour for it. It's not that one either. It says, yeah, it's pulsing, alternating between orange and a blazing orange colour before the sparkles kind of overtake for a moment and it goes almost a golden colour. And then all of a sudden there's a sudden burst of sparkles in a flowing pattern, almost like grass is blowing in the wind. And then there was a wall behind Lucas and Rain. In front of them, Amelia's car screeches to a halt. And the passenger door is flung open.
And Raynal definitely make sure it's Amelia first, and then she'll jump in if it is.
Get in the fucking car, I don't have time to hang about here.
Come on, let's go.
And Rain will definitely hop in. And she'll just kind of keep looking back at the wall, and she's kind of worried about Kaylee.
Amelia speeds away as fast as the speed limit will allow without drawing too much attention to themselves.
And Lucas
Back.
will actually immediately. Oh.
Sorry, what?
Lucas will immediately turn to Amelia. Is that what I think it was?
I don't know. What do you think it was?
And Rain's going to pull out her phone, and she's going to text Kaylee, please message me as soon as you're okay.
Lucas, what do you think it was?
I think it was death.
Oh, shit, you're fucking kidding me.
And Rain will look back, like literal death?
I'm pretty sure this is. I have no fucking clue at the moment. And out of character, real quick. So that thing David posted happened like just recently, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. In character. Lucas is gonna turn to the other two. Did you guys get a little visitor at all recently that might have looked as if it was death?
Amelia pauses for some time. And then finally says, I don't want to talk about that.
Lucas will nod and understand. Yeah, I don't blame you.
So what the fuck happened back there?
Well, what I can tell you is that Kaylee and Rain asked me to meet them at the shop because there was they wanted to meet there, and something was going on in the shop, and there was this box that I'll hold up, like it's in this bag right now, and was giving off some very, very seemingly hateful aura. When I touched it, He'll shiver a little bit, like it was draining the life out of me.
At this point, Rain receives a text from Kaylee saying, "It's alright, I'm fine. It doesn't want me, it wants the box."
Oh, shit. Okay. Lucas,
Yeah?
where is the box?
He'll hold up the bag.
Well,
Still in here.
Kaylee said she's safe because it doesn't want her.
And
It
it
wants the
wants the
box.
box. Shit.
Would someone please tell me what the fuck is going on in my car?
You have a box that this fucking death thing fucking wants, and we don't know what I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Right. And the car stops almost suddenly, and then starts up as she pulls the car around in a U-turn before taking the next right turn, going off in a completely different direction. We're taking this one to Sheriff, but at least the fucking Prince. This is over my head. It's got to be over your heads too. Now I'm saying that we take it to someone who might know what it is. And we get this, was it Kaylee person? We get her in as well, because she seems to know a bit about this shite as well. Has anybody got a problem with that?
You know I trust you, dear.
Lucas would say, I got no problems.
Right, now, does anybody know anyone at all that deals with this sort of box shite?
Hmm. It's a long shot, but I may know someone. But I'm not 100% sure about that.
Right, well, either way, we need to get this thing hidden. I mean, I'm not sure how long that bastard's been watching that shop, but you can damn well fucking bet on it that he's going to be following this thing.
And Rain, being kind of nervous, will reach over and grab Amelia's hand.
And I think that's probably about as far as we can take this scene without other people, which we can reserve for perhaps tomorrow night. Are there any final thoughts on this scene?
Why does it always have to be Aaron? Seriously? But no, you're good.
Lucas?
Nope.
Well, as Amelia speeds off into the night to find someone, anyone at all, who knows anything about how to deal with this stuff, because she can't shoot it, and that's a problem for her. We cut back to the shop where Kaylee is now stood watching as the darkness just dissipates and she can't see sight nor sound of this whatever it was. Slowly she walks back into the shop, seeing the battered down front door, turns her eyes slowly around the shop. Well, at least that oppressive atmosphere is gone. Perhaps this wasn't such an unsuccessful night after all. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And as always, have a good night in Independence.